Alright guys, we're going to get right back into it here. Another live stream for us today. We got the second one. First one saw the St. Louis Cardinals defeat the Miami Marlins 8-2. Randall Grichuk getting a grand slam home run in the bottom of the 8th inning to extend St. Louis's lead from 4-2 to 8-2, and they went on to win from there. They are now in the Final Four, and they will face off against the winner of the 29th seed Cincinnati Reds and the 12th seed San Francisco Giants, which is the game we're going to have right now for you guys. So welcome to AT&T Park here in San Francisco, California. AT&T Park is a -1 on strikeouts, nothing on walks, and nothing on home runs. Starting today for the Giants will be Ryan Voselsong. He'll be going up against the lineup of Billy Hamilton, Joey Votto in the 2 spot today. I know that one of my astute viewers noticed that Joey Votto was way down in the lineup the previous episode. So Joey Votto is going to be the number 2 spot today. Todd Frazier, Marlon Byrd, Jay Bruce, Brandon Phillips, Eduardo Squarez, Brian Pena, and Mike Leake on the mound today for the Cincinnati Reds. San Francisco has Aoki, Panic, Pagan, Posey, Belt, Duffy, Crawford, Blanco, and Ryan Voselsong. All right, so we got some National League action here. And the winner of this game is going to face the Cardinals in the Final Four tournament here. The 29th seed, the Big Red Machine, can they continue their hot streak going up against the 12th seed San Francisco Giants? Let's get the pitch on the way here. Billy Hamilton only batting .111 in the tournament. He's got 2 stolen bases, scored 2 runs. Very dangerous if he can get on base. And the windup and the pitch, 54 wild, so we'll re-roll that. 61, and Billy Hamilton strikes out to start the game. Joey Votto, only batting .200 in the tournament, has scored a run, 5 at-bats, 1 for 5. Let's see if Joey Votto can get things going here. 42 against the lefty. That's going to be our home run check, and Joey Votto in the number 2 spot takes one out of the park in AT&T Park and out into the ocean as Joey Votto knocks one out of the park off of Ryan Voselsong. And just like that, the hot-hitting Cincinnati Reds continue their hot streak, going yard in the top of the first. Todd Frazier batting .444, 1 RBI, 1 run, no stolen bases, batting .444 in the tournament. So because of that astute viewer noticing that Joey Votto, and just to kind of clarify how I do the lineups, what I'm doing is basically just going to Baseball Reference, getting a lineup, and then just using the players. So, I might say, all right, the center fielder batted first, so I'll look on Inside Pitch and find out which center fielder for Cincinnati had the most at-bats, played the most games, and then I'll put that player in there. And then, I'll use the lineup. So the lineup that I actually used for the Cincinnati game in the previous episode was when they played an American League team. Where are they? Cincinnati played Minnesota. And so we were using American League rules. So they had a DH. And so the lineup I used was basically a Cincinnati lineup they used against an American League team when Cincinnati used the DH. And in that case, they had the DH in the 8th spot, and they had Joey Votto in the 9th spot. So that's how I'm using the lineups. I'm not trying to min-max for any team, basically, to kind of decide, okay, well, this guy's a left-hander, he doesn't do very good against right-handers or whatever. I'm just using the players that played the most time in each of the different positions, and I'm using the lineup based upon whatever happened to be the lineup for that day in that order. So the lineup for this was center field, first base, third base, left field, right field, second base, shortstop, catcher, and then pitcher. And so then I've just taken the players that use those positions the most and put them into that position. So it was a little different for Cincinnati because they didn't play that many American League teams. And for whatever reason, they had Joey Votto batting in the 9th spot behind the designated hitter, which was Skip Schumacher. So that's how Cincinnati got their lineup. So again, I'm not trying to min-max. I'm just trying to, use a lineup with the most common players in that position and let it play out. So that way I'm not getting any team an advantage or disadvantage. So when I'm playing both sides, both teams, I'm trying to be as honest and unbiased as I can possibly be. All right, so that's how that's done. Anyways, we got one out here for Todd Frazier, 444 in the tournament. Scored a run, has an RBI. Up against Ryan Volselsong, 51, error possibility. And he's got himself a single. Got himself a single past Duffy. Duffy can't make the play, and Duffy makes an error. It's going to be a one-base error, so that's going to get Todd Frazier all the way to second base with one out here. One out in the top of the first for Marlon Byrd, batting 400. I think this is actually his, nope, it's not. He's had 10 at-bats, scored 3 runs, 3 RBIs. He's got himself a home run in the tournament. So Marlon Byrd, the left fielder, 44, and strikes him out. Good comeback by Ryan Volselsong after that error on San Francisco. Gets Frazier to second. Jay Bruce stole a base, got a run, and only batting 100 in the tournament. So 1 out of 10. Let's see if Jay Bruce can unwind on one. Ooh, just missed a single. Let's see what Jay Bruce can do against Ryan Volselsong. 44, flies out to right field. And that's going to end the half inning, but Cincinnati strikes first, 1-0. San Francisco's been a pretty hot-hitting team as well, I believe. A lot of players with good averages, I think we'll see. Nori Aoki, 429, left fielder. He's got 1 RBI in the tournament so far. I'm sorry, scored 1 run in the tournament so far. Left fielder against Mike Leake. We didn't look at Mike here. He was 11-10 on the season, 3.70 ERA, 197 innings pitched, 174 hits, 119 strikeouts, 44 walks. Mike Leake against Nori Aoki, 3.5 is going to be no strikeout. Aoki doesn't strike out much at all. 33. Oh, he's got one into left field. Let's see what happens. It's a single. It drops in for a single. Nori Aoki's on board for Joe Panik, 286 average. Scored a run in the tournament. Mike Leake trying to settle things down here, 2-3. No strikeout for Joe Panik, 61. That's going to be fly ball into left field for the out. Pagan, batting 125, scored a run in the tournament. And Hale Pagan, 1-6. We got a range play here, and that's going to be into G4, which is Phillips. Brandon Phillips fails to make the check, and that's going to let Aoki get to second. Pagan gets to first, and there's 2 aboard with only 1 out here for Buster Posey. Batting 250 in the tournament. He's got himself a home run, an RBI, and scored a run. Batting 250, Buster Posey, the right-hander. And we got us another range play. Back-to-back range plays here. This one's going to hit to Suarez here. Can Suarez make the play? No, he can't. 2 failed range plays. Loads the bases here in the bottom of the first inning. Only 1 out for Brandon Belt. 429, 2 RBIs in the tournament so far, 7 at-bats. Bases loaded. Golden opportunity for San Francisco. 42. Error possibility. 65. That's going to be a fly ball into center field. Is it far enough? Is it deep enough? Lead runner thrown out. So Aoki tries to go home and is thrown out on the play home. And that's going to end the inning as the center fielder for Cincinnati saves a run. Center fielder Billy Hamilton, not known as a great, doesn't have a great arm, but in this case makes a quick play on the ball and guns down Aoki at the plate. That's a ending inning double play. Catch him out, throw him out play there. Brandon Phillips could be tournament MVP depending on how far Cincinnati goes. He's batting .700 in the tournament, 3 RBIs, scored 4 runs, stole a base. Brandon Phillips leading the votes for tournament MVP. If Cincinnati gets at least to the round of the Elite Four or Final Four, could be tournament MVP. We shall see. 45 for Brandon Phillips. And he's got himself a single into center field. Starts it off again, and they're going to put on the hit and run here with Suarez, Eugenio Suarez. This is his first start at short in the tournament. Suarez, 2-3. Got a bat on a ball. He's got the hit and run on 55. That's going to be a single. Single in the right field. That's going to get Phillips all the way over. Oh, no, wait. 6. So the lead runner is thrown out. So Brandon Phillips thrown out. Blanco to Duffy and thrown out. Advancing. And Suarez does not move up on the throw. So good play by San Francisco to get Brandon Phillips out at third. And they could have had runners on the corners with nobody out. But a good play by Blanco there. Gregor Blanco. Let's see if Cincinnati can continue their hot streak here. They still have a man on. Brian Pena, the catcher, he's got a single. And that's going to put men on first and second. That for sure would have scored Phillips if he would have stayed at second. But Mike Leake, his first bat in the tournament. Real life only batted 116 with 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. So he's got a little bit of power, just not very accurate with the bat. 66. He strikes out for the second out. So men on first and second for Billy Hamilton. 0 for 1 with the strikeout. 34. We got an AT&T Park check here for Billy Hamilton. 63. He's got a single plus. A single plus. We're going to cook that into a double. Cook that into a double as he gets an RBI. And he's going to make it all the way to second there, as it takes Pagan a while to get it back in. And the fleet-footed Billy Hamilton gets an RBI double out of it. So second and third for Joey Votto. Second and third, they could really use a big hit and turn this into a big inning. 2-3. Oh, it struck him out on the 2-2 inside pitch. And Joey Votto goes down, but another run by Cincinnati. Mike Leake up against Matt Duffy. Duffy, 5 at-bats, nothing to show for it in the tournament so far. Third baseman, 30, nothing. 53, and now a 23. That's going to be a double. Double into center field for Matt Duffy. That brings up Brandon Crawford, 200 in the tournament, 1 of 5. Has an RBI and scored a run. 43. Gets the lefty. 51. That's going to be a little ground ball over to Votto. Out at first. 1 out for Gregory Blanco, batting .333 in the tournament. He's got 2 RBIs, scored a run, has a home run as well. Gregory Blanco, the right fielder, batting lefty. 55, and that's going to be a little ground ball to Votto again. That's going to hold the runner. That's going to bring up Ryan Volselsong. Had 1 home run, 2 RBIs, scored 3 runs, batted .139. Again, a little bit of power, but not much accuracy. And he strikes out to end the inning. So the leadoff double goes nowhere for San Francisco as a couple ground balls to first don't help. Todd Frazier comes up. Todd Frazier, 1 for 1 against Ryan Volselsong. Air and a ground ball possibility. 45. That is going to be a ground ball hit to Crawford. And an error on Crawford. 1 base error as he throws it over Belt's head. And Todd Frazier gets aboard with the leadoff single. Marlon Byrd, 0 for 1. 63. Error again possibility. There's 2 errors on San Francisco so far. 64. It's going to be ground ball to Crawford again. And an error on the throw. Once again, back-to-back errors by Crawford. And that's going to get him on first and second with nobody out. Back-to-back Crawford errors. So instead of a double play, he throws it into right field. Gets by Panic, and that's 2 aboard for Jay Bruce with no one out. Let's see if Cincinnati can get some extra runs here, make those errors costly. Jay Bruce, only batting .091 in the tournament, needs something. Fly ball into center field. Nobody advances on the play. No one advances. All right, the hot hitting, 727. Brandon Phillips, 1 for 1. And we've got a range play. Got a range play for Phillips, and that's going to be into Aoki in left field. Oh, Aoki is successfully makes the play. No advancement again. Suarez, 2 away here. 1 for 1 in the tournament. And strikes out to end the inning. So Cincinnati lets a golden opportunity goes by and 2 errors by Crawford. And back-to-back errors of that. But they don't cost San Francisco any runs. Aoki, 1 for 1. 64. He's going to have a little ground ball to Suarez. Over to Votto, 1 away. Panic is 0 for 1. Joe, the second baseman, 64. Hits a ground ball to Phillips on Votto, 2 away. And Hal Pagan, 1 for 1, batting .222 in the tournament. 1-6. That's going to be a little fly ball into Billy Hamilton territory, and that's 3 away. 1-2-3 inning. Brian Pena is up. Catcher, 1 for 1. And we got an AT&T Park check. 31. That's going to be a fly ball into center field. No harm, no foul for Mike Leake. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Billy Hamilton 1 for 2, a double, a strikeout, and an RBI. And does not take a hit. Instead, he flies out to center field for the last out. We're going to the bottom of 4, 2-0 Cincinnati. Buster Posey, 1 for 1 today. The hot hitting catcher, 52. We got an AT&T ballpark check. This one's fly ball into center field. Billy Hamilton races back on the warning track and makes the catch. Brandon Belt, 0 for 1, batting .375. No strikeout for Brandon Belt. Fly ball going back is Bruce along the foul line and makes the catch. Two-way for Matt Duffy, 1 for 1 with a double. Led off the second inning with a double. 33, and he's got himself a single, so single and a double for Matt Duffy. Brandon Crawford, who had 2 errors in the top half of the inning, see if he can make up for it. And nope, not yet. Finds a pitch he likes and flies out to right field to end the inning. So no harm, no foul there. Joey Votto, 1 for 2 with a home run, strikeout, scored a run, has an RBI. 42. And that's another home run for Joey Votto. And that's an insurance run, as Joey Votto is rewarding the manager by moving up in the 2 spot and hit 2 home runs today. So Cincinnati extends their lead to 3-0 now. Todd Frazier, 1 for 2 today. 54, wild pitch, we'll re-roll that. 1-5, that's going to be an AT&T ballpark check. 32, it's just a fly ball into right field. Marlon Byrd, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 1-5, AT&T check again. And the ground ball hit to Crawford. No error this time for Jay Bruce. 0 for 2, only hitting .083. Left-hander. He's got a fly ball into center field, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of 3, 3-0 Cincinnati. Gregory Blanco, 43. Blanco here. And ground ball to Suarez over to Votto. Volselsong, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. AT&T check. 54. It's going to be a ground ball hit to Phillips. And Aoki, 0 for 1. 56. Another AT&T check. 64. He's got himself a fly ball into center field. Volselsong is officially tired here. Going up against the hot-hitting Brandon Phillips, the second baseman. 44. No walk. No walk. Turn that strikeout into a walk because he is tired. 1-3. Fly ball. And that's it. Pitcher must be removed, so that's it for Volselsong. Got a righty, a switchy, and a righty. So they'll bring in the righty, George Contos. Is going to come in here in the top of the 6th inning. So George Contos, 4-4, or 2.33 ERA, 73 innings pitched, 57 hits, 44 strikeouts, 9 walks. George Contos. Got a range play here for Suarez. Range play. It's hit to Crawford. Let's see if Crawford can make this. And he does. Makes the play. So that is 2 outs for Brian Pena, the catcher. 21. And that is going to be a little ground ball to Crawford to end the inning. So we're in the bottom of the 6th inning with the heart of the lineup coming up for San Francisco. Mike Leake still going strong here. Joe Panic, 0 for 2. Uh-oh. Oh, and he did not get within the range. A 1-19 would have been a home run check. A 20 comes up. So luck of Cincinnati once again. 1-3. Instead, he gets a single up the middle. A single for Joe Panic. Pagan, 1 for 2 today. 35, and strikes him out. Buster Posey, 1 for 2. Batting 300 in the tournament, 34. No strikeout. 65 fly ball into left field. Brandon Belt 0 for 2. Brandon Belt 0 for 2. Gets the lefty. Man on first. Fly ball into right field, and that's going to end the inning. Mike Leake probably has at least another inning in him. Do they want to keep with him? I think they do. They're going to keep with him even though he's 0 for 3. He strikes out. Billy Hamilton's 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, and an RBI against George Contos. Hits ground ball out. Joey Votto 2 for 3 with 2 home runs. Did they even pitch to him? He is a lefty. Did they even bother to pitch to him? They just intentionally walk him? I think they do. They're going to intentionally walk him. And no, I want to do this and then do this because then it'll say, all right, so they intentionally walk Joey Votto to get to Frazier here, righty on righty action. And I think they'll actually pull George Contos and put in Sergio Romo. It's going to come in. So Romo here is coming in to pitch against Frazier. 1-1. Oh, a range play here for San Francisco. 33, and that is going to be a single unless Duffy can make the play, and no, Duffy cannot make the play. A single, and that's going to get, nope. Joey Votto's going to stay there, so first and second with 2 away. Marlon Byrd 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Sergio Romo strikes him out to end the inning. So once again, the hot-hitting Cincinnati Reds, the Big Red Machine, can they hold it down for 3 more innings? Mike Leake is running out of gas. We'll see. Matt Duffy 2 for 2. And we've got an AT&T check here. 24. That's going to be a single. Brandon Crawford 0 for 2 with 2 errors on the day. 21. No strikeout. 43. And he's got back-to-back singles, and Matt Duffy's going to go to third. So first and third, nobody out here. And Mike Leake, so a little crack in his armor. Can he get out of the inning? 35. Comes back with a big strikeout, Blanco. Romo's done. Who do they have to bring in? Casey McGahee. No. Justin Maxwell. No. Kelby Tomlinson. Kelby Tomlinson's going to come in and pinch hit. About their only option they have on the bench. All right. 2-1, and no strikeout. 1-3. That's going to be a single, and that's going to be a run scored, and that's going to end it for Mike Leake. So Mike Leake did a good job, but in the bottom of the 7th, San Francisco is making a push. They have lefty-lefty switchy, so they're going to bring in Manny Parra, the left-hander, to face Nori Aoki with men on first and second, only 1 out. And no walk. 33. Uh-oh. That's going to fall in. 10. 10's a double. And that's going to score a run. And it's all of a sudden it's 3-2. Man on third, man on second, and only 1 out. For Joe Panic. 1 for 3 on the day. 1 for 3 and 35. No strikeout for Panic. 31. Oh no, he's got himself a fly out. Ooh, good thing it's a left-hander. Fly out. Sacrifice fly. Showrunner on second flyout chart. So we flow out. Tomlinson's going to score. Showrunner on second flyout chart. And no advance for Aoki. But that's going to tie the ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. Angel Pagan here, 1 for 3. 1-3 with a strikeout, 65. Fly ball into center field to end the inning, but mercifully, San Francisco fights back. We got us a 3-3 ball game. We got a lefty, 2 righties, and a switchy coming up, huh? Xavier Lopez is coming in. Xavier Lopez. Xavier Lopez against Jay Bruce. Tie ball game, top of 8. 6-3. And ground ball to Panic, 1 away. Brandon Phillips. Can he do it again for Cincinnati? 62. Error on a ground ball. And it is a ground ball. Panic, no error. 2 away. Suarez, the shortstop. 1-3 and strikes him out. So we're in the bottom of the 8th. Tie ball game. Manny Pera against Buster Posey. 4-4. Error possibility. 51. Fly ball, no error. Brandon Belt 0 for 3 today. 31. We got an AT&T check for Brandon Belt. 43, and that's a single plus, and that's going to be a double. So Brandon Belt's in with a double. Matt Duffy, the righty. So Manny Pera's day is done. They're going to be bringing in Burke Bradenhop against Matt Duffy. Man on second, 1 out. Error possibility again. 45. That's a liner to the pitcher. No, they don't double him up. So Bradenhop gets a liner. Crawford, 1 for 3 on the day, scored a run, committed 2 errors back to back. 64 liner right at Phillips, makes a good play. So Lopez here. They got the switch hitting Pena. Then they'll be pulling the pitcher. Then they'll have a switch hitter up after that. So they're going to be bringing in Gene Manchi, I think is how you pronounce it. We'll see. He's up against Brian Pena, the catcher, 43. Ground ball out. Brayton Hop's coming out. Skip Schumacher is going to come back in. Schumacher, the lefty, against Manchi, the righty. 61. Skip Schumacher, 55. That's going to be a ground ball hit to Crawford. And Billy Hamilton, center fielder, 65, and strikes him out. So Mancy comes in and gets him into the 9th inning here. I'm sorry, bottom of 9. So do they bring in Chapman now? With all those lefties in their lineup, I think you do. Bring Chapman in. You got to. No sense in playing for the 10th inning if you can't make it to the 10th inning. So Gregory Blanco, lefty, against Araldos Chapman, 2-5. No strikeout. 1-6. Fly ball. Gene Mancy, his day is done. They don't have much options on the bench, though. Casey McGahee, I guess, will come in to pinch hit. Araldo's Chapman, bottom of 9, 3-3 ball game, 5-1 redo. That's a 2-2. We got an AT&T check. 36. And that's going to be a rare play. Hitter follows one off his foot. Check injury. Casey McGahee is injured and will miss 4 games. All right. So, well, I guess we'll be bringing in Justin Maxwell then to pinch hit. Justin Maxwell against Chapman here, 1 out. And strikes him out. And Nori Aoki, 2 outs, bottom of 9, 2 for 4, 2-5. And it's a 21. It's a little pop-up. And then we're headed to extra innings. Top of 10. We have a lefty, righty, righty, lefty. They're going to bring in Hunter Strickland. They bring their closer in now. Hope to shut down Cincinnati and then win it in the bottom of the 10th. All right, they're going to bring it in. Okay, do they face Joey Votto or do they walk him? Oh, man, you don't start off just walking somebody with nobody out, do you? But he is 2 for 3 with 2 home runs. I guess they'll pitch to him. Let's see what happens. 62 error possibility for Joey Votto. 2-2. Duffy, no error on the play, 1 away. Todd Frazier, the third baseman. 32, no strikeout. 1-2, and against the right, he's going to be fly ball out. Marlon Byrd, left fielder. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Got a range play here. 2-5, and it's going to be fly ball into center field. Pagan can't make the play. It's going to fall in there. Marlon Byrd aboard. Jay Bruce, 0 for 4. No strikeout. Let's see if Jay Bruce can get a hold of one. Not this time. Joe Panic, second baseman. 1 for 3. 1 for 3. 36. Little roller down to first base. Pagan, switch hitter. He's going to walk with 1 out. Buster Posey, 55, error to ground ball. 64, that's going to be a strikeout. Brandon Belt, 2 away, nobody on, 42. Strikes him out. Chapman gets out another inning. So we're in the top of the 11th. Brandon Phillips, 1-2, strikes out. Brandon Phillips. Suarez, 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Strikes him out. And Brian Pena, 30. Uh-oh. Oh, he's got no home run power. Brian Pena, no home run power. 53. And it's 1-2-3 ending. So bottom of 11th. Duffy, Crawford, Blanco. They're going to leave Chapman in at least to face one more. And that's it. They pull him. So Chapman went as far as he could. They're going to bring in J.J. Hoover. J.J. Hoover against Brandon Crawford, 1 for 4 against the lefty. 3-3 ball game, bottom 11. Ground ball hit to Suarez. They can't get the leaded runner, but they do get the runner out at first. So 1 away, man on second for Blanco. J.J. Hoover versus Gregory Blanco. Fly ball into right field, and Matt Duffy is going to advance on the play. So winning run, 90 feet away. And they're going to pull the... Oh, my gosh. Are they going to pull him? Because they got, like, Andrew Susak. Andrew Susak is going to come in. So first hit of the tournament. He only had 3 home runs, 14 RBIs, 218 average. So Susak against J.J. Hoover. Bottom 11, 4-6. He strikes him out to end the inning. And San Francisco is really limited in what they can bring in now. Hunter Strickland and J.J. Hoover's coming out. Tucker Barnhart's coming in to pinch hit. The switch hitting Barnhart against Hunter Strickland. We're in the top of the 12th inning. Fly ball out. Back to Billy Hamilton. And neither one of these teams wants to lose in the tournament. Billy Hamilton, 36 ground ball hit to first. Belt with the play. Joey Votto, 2 outs, nobody on. They're going to intentionally walk him. So they're going to walk him. And bring up Todd Frazier, third baseman. Range play at the ballpark. This is the first time we've had one of these, I think, today. 33, and it's going to Pagan, which makes the play in center field to end it. Jumbo Diaz is coming in. Big old Jumbo Diaz. Top of the lineup here, Nori Aoki. We're in the bottom of 12. Still 3-3. Both of these teams fighting and scrapping with every ounce of energy. Little pop-up. Joe Pagan, 1 for 4. 54. Range play for Cincinnati. That's going to be going to Frazier. Cannot make the play, and man aboard for Pagan. 1 for 4 with the walk. And no strikeout against the switch hitter. 62. Ground ball to second. Can they get the double play? They do. 4-6-3 double play. All right, so we got a righty, a lefty, and a righty in the top of the 13th. They're going to have to keep Hunter Strickland in as long as they can because they only have one more lefty and one more righty. Possibly another one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they got a couple left. 2 lefties and a righty. I guess they could pull Strickland. Who's coming up? They got a righty, a lefty, and a righty. If they pull the last righty, that would only leave them 2 lefties in the bullpen. They're going to bring in Jeremy Afflid. Jeremy Afflid is going to come in. The left-hander. He's going to be facing off against Marlon Byrd. San Francisco's in trouble because they used a lot of pitchers. Can that come back to bite them here? 4-6. Fly ball. No outs. Jay Bruce. 0 for 5. Batting .067. Needs to do something. No walk even. Doesn't even get the walk. Fly ball. Brandon Phillips. Second baseman. Tournament MVP possibility if he can do something here. 1-6. That's a single. He's got himself a single. Keeps things going here at least. Suarez 1 for 5 with 3 strikeouts, 43, and walks some. So Brandon Phillips is now in. They're going to try. No, they're not going to try pickoff because there is no pickoff. So Brian Pena, who's their backup catcher? Tucker Barnhart, which just pinch hit. Yeah. So they don't have none. They're going to have to leave Brian Pena in there. 54, error possibility. 55, Suarez, and that isn't throwing error on Suarez. 1 base error, and no, the run does not come in. Base is loaded, and Jumbo Diaz is coming out. Who do they have left? Ivan DeJesus. Ivan DeJesus is coming in to pinch hit. It's about the only one they have left. They do have Jason Bogarish, but they're going to use Ivan DeJesus coming in. Ivan DeJesus, he's a righty. They're going to pull the pitcher here and bring in the righty. The last righter on the bench here, Erasmo Pettit, is coming in. Bases loaded to face off against Ivan DeJesus. What a game. We're in the bottom, top of 13. 3-3 ball game. 4-5. That's a blank. Can Ivan get a base hit? He does into center field. That's going to score 2. Roll is less than or equal to, so 2. So Suarez is going to score. And advance. And it's 5-3, a big 2-out single. 2 RBIs for Ivan DeJesus. And Cincinnati takes the lead against Erasmo Pettit. The 29 seed in the tournament has the 12 seed on the ropes. 6-5. No strikeout for Billy Hamilton. Can he get another insurance run? 31. Nope. Line back to the pitcher to end the inning. Nope. I don't need to worry about ERAs in this tournament. So we got a righty, lefty, and a righty coming up. So you can see Cincinnati's only used 4. So righty, lefty, and a righty. So they're going to bring in Brian Mathis. Brian Mathis needs to close this out. Ivan DeJesus comes in, gets a 2-out RBI, 2 RBI single. Buster Posey against Ryan Mathis. Can Cincinnati hold on? 3-4. Nope. Reroll. 51. Range play at the ballpark. 1-5. Grounder right back to Mathis. Great range on Mathis. Makes the play over to first. 1 away. Pumps his fist. 1 out. Brandon Belt. 55. And strikes out Belt. Pumps his fist again. And Cincinnati is 1 out away from going to the Final Four. Can they knock off the number 12 seed, San Francisco Giants? Matt Duffy, 3 for 4, 1 double, 1 walk, 1 RBI. Righty versus righty. Ryan Mathis needs 1 out to send Cincinnati on to the Final Four. 1-5. That's going to be ground ball back to Mathis. He fails to check this time. 1 in 6 chance he fails, and he fails to check. That brings up Brandon Crawford, the tying run, to the plate. He's 1 for 5. Too much fist pumping there, I guess. 61 against the lefty is going to be a single, and that's going to get runners on the corner here. Wow. Change. Gregory Blanco, the lefty. Do they bring in a lefty? They do have a lefty on the bench. Tony Cigrani. Tony Cigrani. They're going to bring in the lefty to face off against Gregory Blanco, the lefty. 0 for 5. Do they even pull? I know, because they got nobody on their bench. I mean, literally, they have no one on the left on their bench. They've used like every single player they have. They have a 186 hitter. They do have Hunter Pence, actually. You know what? They are going to bring in Hunter Pence. They're going to bring in Hunter Pence to pinch hit. I forgot that they had Hunter Pence. He didn't play that many games. That's why he's so far down the list. He was injured some of the season. So this is his first action of the game. Oh, he doesn't strike out. No strikeout. 2-2 is ground ball over to Phillips. Phillips on Novato, and there you go. In 13 innings, the Cincinnati Reds defeat the number 12 seed San Francisco Giants, and the Big Red Machine goes on to face the Cardinals in the Final Four. They win 5-3 in 13 innings. There's the stat line. And what a game it was. It turned out to be a historic game. And 5-3 in 13 innings. So we can update our stat line here. And we have another winner here going on in the Final Four. Cincinnati 5. Oops, that's 5. San Francisco 3. Cincinnati moves on and will face St. Louis in the Final Four. So we have the North bracket in the Final Four finalized. St. Louis, the number 1 seed, against the bottom seed in the tournament in the North bracket, the 29th seed Cincinnati Reds. So St. Louis, Cincinnati, hated rivalry going on here in the Final Four. And all we have left to do is the bottom half of the tournament to see who makes it in the Final Four. So there you go. What an exciting game there as Cincinnati gets off to a great lead, 3-0. San Francisco fights back and ties it up 3-3. And then in the 13th inning, Ivan DeJesus, a little known player, comes in and gets a 2 RBI single to score 2 runs, and Cincinnati goes on to the Final Four. What a game. Well, that'll be it for right now in the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us. If you joined us, if not, be sure to try and stop by so you can come to one of our live streams. We'll be doing more later on. Hope to see you guys then. Take care. We'll see you guys later.